Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Nostalgic Plays of eluukkanen. Today we're going to be looking at a very classic game that is from, yes, Naughty Dog, game company known for Uncharted and Last of Us, indeed. Before all of that, they did something quite different. Jak and Daxter, Precursor Legacy. And I tell you, this game, I'm currently playing it on PlayStation 4. If you haven't experienced this game yourself, I recommend to actually stop this video right now, go to purchase it right away, and just play it. Welcome to Nostalgic Plays of eluukkanen. Today we're going to be looking at what made this wonderful series so good, and all of its things. We're going to be actually playing it, we're going to be talking to you and seeing what are your opinions of this, and of course, I recommend to test it out yourself. This game did something that was unheard of back in the 2001. Yes, that was released. It was released back then. It did this sort of seamless world, no loading screens whatsoever. Great adventure, jumping around this world, exploring all of it. It's very beautiful, very wonderful. One of the things, by the way, people are watching from YouTube side, I cannot see your comments yet. Oh, you're playing it, of course, Hyperlastings. Hello, Surge. Is it Steam Alive, buddy? Is it on the video? Or I cannot see your comments for some reason. I will be fixing it in a moment. But I tell you, one of the things is that this game, we're going to be playing it, we're going to be seeing how it goes, and of course with you. That's the thing. So now let me open your little comment section over here. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of things. I was not able to set up for some reason the comments for this day. So I'm going to be reading yours out loud. But still, this is kind of, we have this sort of situation over here, which is, it's kind of nasty. But no, that's what we have to be living by. But hey, thing is, Jak and Daxter, Precursor Legacy, we're going to be looking at this, we're going to be discussing with you today about this game. Are you familiar with this game? This is my question to you who are watching right now. Are you familiar with this game? Because if you are not, I'm going to be have to recommend this game for all of you people who are currently watching. Perfect! Serge, hello there! And Hippolasting. Unfortunately, I cannot hear your voice to text, unfortunately, today. That's just the reality of things, but we're going to be still going forward. I appreciate anyone who's liking. Yes, I'm doing live editing over here. Beauty of live editing, indeed. I hope you can hear me well. And we're going to be going through this adventure together. And why is this adventure very interesting? Well, you're going to soon find out. But I tell you, this game seems nice. I tell you, Big Bear, if you are a fan of this sort of Mario games or any kind of sort of like a platformer games, you should experience this game yourself. It's not that much anymore remembered outside of the original player base, but I tell you, it is quite an extraordinary game. You travel around this world, all of this location, you collect all of these great things. There's a lot of things for it. Instead of just talking about it, let's actually go forward and create a new game. I'm going to be waiting until you see the main cutscene. I'm not going to talk too much. And once that is over, you're going to be very much... Yes, this is for PlayStation 2, imagine that. So yes, experience the cutscene for yourself, and let's then go and tug out this thing. Hopefully you're enjoying your time. It is the 23rd of May. Let's go forward with Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy and what it has store for us.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, how did they harness interested in the search for truth and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco. one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Disobedience, yes. So, yes, this story is quite something. It's quite something. They are adventuring, we're playing with this sort of Link type of character, very mute and sort of, but you know, the world is quite nice. I think these sort of games are not done too much, you know, outside of course, Zelda and such. And happy birthday, early birthday, Big Bear.
Continue your search for artifacts in Nico. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk.
Naughty Dog very much got their direction of cinematic, really doing these cutscenes and such, you know, for the later games from this game. They are really good, you know, for their time.
This place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble!
This is actually a composer of Crash Bandicoot composed for this. So yes, it is like Crash Bandicoot.
What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go! Misty Island!
That's right! And then...
And Daxter!
Rest in peace of that actor. Unfortunately, that bearded fellow is dead. You know, the voice actor. Very nasty. Hey, Dervationer, welcome to stream.
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there.
And I really like the fact that they in the beginning they really show the world, all of those locations you can see. You can actually travel to those. So I do like this fact even from this. Yeah, this is amazing, Serge.
The other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away,
It's very cool. It's actually the same composer. I did an interview a few years ago, and it was interesting to hear the process of, you know, how he created compared to Crash and compared to Jak. Yes.
Adventurer, you two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns!
Well, now we are in the island itself. It is quite something. I tell you, this is, some, who was it? My childhood, yes indeed, this is my childhood as well, and for a good reason, I tell you. This game is quite something. It is kind of this open world adventure. We control this Jak person, he can do all of these moves, all of great things. This was in 2001. So all of these things you're seeing here, might be very like a normal in current games, but a seamless world, no borders, no invisible walls is quite something actually. It is something that is not seen even in older modern games, indeed. Jak and Daxter, Spider, Sparks, Crash, and Aku Aku, Joka, Lele, Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, I don't know what are your thoughts on the Banjo-Kazooie, but I personally do like this game a little bit more. This game is this sort of like you go around places, you collect all of the things that you find, collectible, sort of, like a Joka, Lele, and such. And once you get more, you can advance to the next area, and that sort of thing, like a Crash and a Crash Bandicoot, and also like Spyro game, very much. They are duo partners, indeed. All of these creatures, all of these people, they used to make these sort of, partner duos, and this was the, the heavy seller of the day. I think it sold like 2 million copies and such. It's quite big number, I tell you. So we are currently in this sort of beginning area. I personally don't know what people have here, like experience of this game, but I personally do remember playing this game many times over. It is this sort of game that you can actually play many times over because, it's a small game, it's a short game, but it's quite enjoyable. There's a lovely little environments over there. Open world, you can explore the places in the tutorial is kind of straightforward, but still. So Jak and Daxter. Josh Manchel, I think, was the... Yes, let me say. So Josh Manchel, I think, was the composer behind this game. Josh Manchel. He made this... the music of this game is made in quite different, interesting style in a sense that, depending on the area, depending on the action, the music, changes with it. Of course, each area has its own music. We are in the Geyser Rock, as you can see. Geyser Rock, geysers all around the place. I might take a same channel, a live stream on it. I might make a play this game. Serge, you have to. I hope the people that are not familiar with this game, they should. Basically, currently I'm trying to get these scout flies. That is sort of like creatures that, are made by the Keira, the lady in the back. And, if I collect all of them, I get a reward. Oh yeah, and the dance moves are the best. I'm gonna try that. Oh, you're already in 600. Very nice. So I think it's enough to make a check-on channel for live stream. I do recommend, actually, if you make your own channel, I do recommend to have live streams even in the one channel. But up to you. I personally recommend that because that watch time, if you think about YouTube-wise, that watch time is going to help you. I tell you. So, all of this game is about collecting all of the things. We have this sort of elemental stuff, as you can notice. There's all of these blue echoes, red echoes and such. They help you to traverse around the world. As you can see, I just took it. I'm much more stronger, more quicker. And it's almost going to also explain it.
That's blue echo.
Here we go.
Which contains the energy of motion. Blue echo
Motion is the way to go.
break boxes.
So the blue echo, as the Samos said, is it's interesting, game sort of sense. We have very basic commands: hit, and also jumps. But also with these ecos, it's going to mix this stuff up because, of course, it breaks stuff as you go close it. Also, it also, there's a limitation, as you can see, but there's also things, around you get close and such, of course. And you can open some special doors with it, indeed. So many different things. Have you played anything, similar games to this? Possibly so. I'm going to be today playing this game as far as I'm able to do. Oh, actually, we have to... Yeah, this is a door that you can use to open it. I love the contrast between the innocent first game and the chaos. Oh man, if we're going to go to the second one at some point, it's quite something. It's the first game is this sort of like a childlike Mario sort of like, adventure, and the next game is like hardcore shooter, dark one. Yeah.
Nico, letting you use it for the maximum.
It is quite interesting, to be honest. One of the good things, I want to actually talk about some good things while we are playing this. It is quite replayable, this first game especially. It's a short game. The whole thing is about, you know, finding the items. I've seen many, as if a trophy, eh? But I've seen many people actually going through this game and seeing how to collect all of the things much quicker. Also, when I was young, I enjoyed this game so much with the exploration aspect. So many games of the 2001 were just about, you know, go through this level and do this sort of stuff. But this game was very much just, you know, explore openly. Of course, the beginning area is going to be very straightforward, as you can see. But all of the rest of the areas, you can actually explore them in your own pace, which I do appreciate. You know what, I was start streaming games like this. Hey, you have to, man. Because there are some great old ones out there. Pretty much went for the Super Mario like Grand Theft Super Mario Grand Theft Auto. I want to see Super Mario at some point, you know, taking guns and just like, oh yes, I've got you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the second game changed drastically for the first one. I personally like the aspect of the first one a bit more. I think they should have really continued with it. Because if they would have, they could have like done Last of Us and all of these games, and at the same time, yes, we collected all of the things. It's a collectathon. But, you know, they could have possibly kind of continued the Jak and Daxter series. But, of course, I did like some of the aspects of the second game, which was this, you know, guns blazing post-apocalyptic game. Yeah. Imagine that. You know, looking at this, you cannot really imagine this to be a post-apocalyptic experience. But this was the beginning level, very simple. And one of the things I want to actually show you, like, you know, there's no borders on the levels, but if you go far enough to the waters, there's a little surprise coming on. There's this sort of like a little big fish coming and eating the main hero over here. Can actually, oh, as you can, could you hear? Oh no! Oh yes, that is the terrifying fish that actually takes everything. It kills you one hit. I want to. Yes, I'm coming to that lab. I'll tell you, one of the great things is that the exploration aspect. These places on the next levels are going to be much freer than this. A lot of exploration aspects going on, indeed. And the world is huge, open world, no loading screens whatsoever. And only 1 gigabyte, yes, I tell you, it's quite a small game.
Good training, boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack?
We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful?
That was a shark, indeed, but a kind of like a lurker shark. There's this interesting sort of like creatures called lurkers. They're the enemies of the game, and it was a shark, indeed. If you go too far of the ocean, the shark is gonna eat your ass. But yes, adventure of ours in the world. We are currently on the Green Sage's little hut, as you can see. One of the things is that, you know, Green Sage is this sort of like a supporting character, and I always looked at this plant over here. You know, could you see where it kind of gets inspiration from? Possibly Mario, possibly something like that, yes. But I do like that, you know, I personally, when I finished the game when I was younger, I just explored the places. You know, I've already collected everything. I just went around the places, looked at the environments, and, you know, all of these environments that you can see around us, we can actually go to. So yes, this is quite incredible little game for a 2001 game. Indeed, so. But now, let us go forward. We have to meet the, of course, and talk to people. This is the village.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
You don't know what you're missing.
2004. Oh my god. I remember
Listen,
when I
if you need
this
something
game
to
when I
keep you
was 10
busy,
years
my
old.
father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these
Pavel 2004, welcome to the Twitch side of things. Yeah, I played this one many years ago, but I played this after that even. It's quite lovely.
trace part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
I tell you, for 2001, as you say, it's quite impressive, all these places. But, you know, I'm just giving it a lot of praise. But I tell you, it's a reason for this, because I have not seen similar games made. You know, there was Ukulele and such, but I think the smoothness of movement and animation is not really possibly there, at least on my opinion. But yeah, these are still one of the areas. Kind of the rule of the areas, as you can see. You can find all of those scout flies around the place, every level, and you will find the great Precursor orb once you do it. So, you know, it entices you for the exploration aspect. Then the second games after this, they kind of abandoned the exploration and collectathon, you know, at least as a main focus. But it's still... you know, in this game it's quite a heavy thing. It is a masterpiece, Pavel.
This J a masterpiece.
I tell you, this is a masterpiece. Let's talk to the mayor! You know, of course, a mayor have character. You can imagine what sort of character he is.
Oh, don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving?
His eyes always creeped me when I was younger.
The village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted.
His eyes are too close to each other.
Frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing.
No worries, Serge, of course. Keeping washing dishes is very important. And personally, we're going to be talking about the great things of this game. We're going to be exploring through levels. And, yes, hopefully we're going to be seeing you there. But, you know, washing dishes, of course, very important task. Very important indeed. Otherwise, this is going to... So basically, this shopkeeper says, you know, we need to collect him some Precursor orbs, which you saw earlier. These egg-shaped things. And, yes, we're going to be doing that right away. One of the things I do like this game is, you know, there's actually, you know, the villages. The beginning levels are very well done in a sense that, you know, there's these characters, you have to do quests for them, and as you know, as you can see here, you can actually collect some Precursors for this person as well.
Hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old Precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just...
this game, you know, the dialogue is actually pretty lovely done, and I can see, you know, why they actually continued The Last of Us after this, you know, with their, you know, cinematic style. Unfortunately, they did abandon this game franchise. I think they're not going to do more for it, at least as I right now know. They might be doing like a, you know, Spyro Reignited thing at some point, as there's a nostalgia for it, but I tell you, it's kind of sad thing that they have not done too much for it yet. Now I'm actually going to go to the first level instead of just talking with the nasty villagers. I'm going to be actually going to one of the first levels of the game and seeing and exploring it. You're going to be seeing why I do adore this game. You know, because of course the exploration, all of the things like that. But you know, there's a reason why it was adored, because no loading screens, as you can see. I'm going to our next level. No loading screens in 2001. Quite impressive. As you can see, with the extra superpowers, we can actually go quite fast around the world, indeed. There we go. I'm actually not going to explain too much. You can actually explore many of the things you want to see yourself afterwards. But this is one of the beach levels.
Alright! Treasure!
And beach levels is this sort of like one of the easiest level, kind of open, one of my favorite levels because of this music. I'm actually have remastered this piece at some point. Yes, indeed. You need to have the cannon to shoot this thing, because I cannot destroy them myself. Yes. Here we go. I need all the orbs. I need all the orbs. The thing is, it's a kind of a sad thing that this game has not been done by many. It's a kind of a hard game to make, in a sense that, you know, of course, Crash Bandicoot developers, they knew their stuff, but you know, making an open world adventure platformer is a hard one, because you have to calculate on so much on the, you know, making the world that you can go around the places and such. You know, some games have done it, like Mario's and such, but Western games I'm not so sure about. If you have any examples of good platformer games you have played, let me actually know. Indeed. And some of the enemies over here, basically, you know, those are called lurkers. They are controlled by the evil villain you saw on the first cutscene. That evil villain, of course, is a quite terrifying little enemy. Because, you know, he's trying to conquer the world as such. Be careful. I'm very much a collectathon game. Kind of simple with the design, and you know, if you haven't played this before, you can see that, you know, I'm actually doing pretty well, because of course I do know what this game is about and all of the locations, but you know, some people actually do a lot of these sort of like speed runs of it. They know all of the places where they need to go and such.
Let's get back and make the switch already.
And doggies. I always had nasty feelings when hitting the doggy enemies. I hated that. Anyways, we're going and doing some adventuring, trying to find all of the orbs. As you can see, we have 2 abilities of hitting, just 2, like 1 and 2, and then we can do combination of them to do special abilities. Indeed. One of the circling ability is very interesting because you can actually get more airspace with it, you know, like sort of fashion. And it plays well with the platformer, indeed, the aspects of it. How are you doing? Today it's Saturday, so of course it's eluukkanen nostalgic games. Today we're looking at Jak and Daxter for a very good reason, that it is one of these games that have not been recreated, I think, in recent times. And of course it's a hard game to recreate. As you can see, there's a lot of moving elements. So of course big studios could be able to do this, but big studios are not really interested to do this at the modern day and age, indeed.
Well, I see that you two have...
So we have been actually doing some adventuring here. We are collecting some power cells. If we get 20, I think we're gonna move to the next major area. So I'm actually just going through and getting everything on my hands.
Always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
Here we go. No, I'm not really kind of like a person that is a speedrunner or anything, but I can go this game, go through it with kind of ease, because I've done this in the past. And we have this big egg in here. In the village, this is hello, Serge. Welcome back. We are adventuring. We already collected some of the items over here. We are in one of the beach areas. Maybe actually look at the view of this place. Very nice indeed. We are getting some trophies. One of the things we cannot actually go here right now, the thing is that, you know, we haven't opened an echo tube on there, so we cannot get to the tower that, you know, has the cannon, unfortunately, just yet. But we opened the green echo stuff on there, and also we are currently dropping this egg for the bird woman down in the village. So let's do it. Violence is the solution, as they say.
Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
But how was the dishes?
Oh my. I hope the poor dear's okay.
Actually, to clean up my room at some point, I have to run. How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen, today? Personally, for me, it's a very good day. We're playing Jak and Daxter. It's sunny day outside. Unfortunately, can't be outside because we need to be looking at this special little game.
Isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
I'm not your mom. You see any feathers here?
Oh. Love at first sight.
As you can see, the character designs of this game are quite good, I'll tell you. Like, you know, they have this own sort of feel. All of them have these sort of large ears, as you can see. Kind of, I feel for them. Imagine your, like, ear being stuck on something. It must be very painful, I tell you. But now, we are doing some trophy collecting indeed. As you can see, the movement is pretty nice for the game. You can actually be a very quick player if you do things right. The characters look so fun, indeed. The designs of them is quite special. It's quite special. And of course, very uncomfortable looking ears. I tell you. It's very uncomfortable looking. So here we go. We have collected everything from this side of the things. I think we need to be collecting next that over there. But of course, the bird is going to take it from us.
Pelican just snagged a power cell.
Of course, the pelican, yeah. You can actually, if you go to the cannon tower before it does that, you can actually shoot down the creature, but we are not going to be inhumane that way, but, you know, you can do it if you really want to, yes. Let me collect some of the orbs on here. the first levels are quite pleasant. When we go forward, actually, I want to be much quicker with this. When we go forward, we're going to be seeing some deadlier levels, I tell you. But as you can see, a lot of collecting. Are you personally a fan of collectathon games? Let me know. But now we're going to be teaching you a lesson. Here we go.
Quick! We have to get to the power cell before the pelican scoops
And the
it up
pelican
again.
is oh, I forgot this part. Yes. I have to be quick. I need to be quick. Otherwise the pelican takes it. And I'm very slow. I forgot this part actually from the... Ah, got it! I forgot that actually. I should have played this many times. I should have been much quicker. Next time, I know. Tiny Chat Man! Hello there, didn't see you actually. Unfortunately, we don't have the voice to chat comment thing. But I remember moon viewing ceremony is the thing. Moon viewing ceremony indeed. Welcome to the stream. Are you familiar with the Jak and Daxter series? Let me know. So I need to be... Oh, wow! Get them. I need to be much more quicker. Because my voice is like Daxter right now. But the thing is, yes, I need to be quick. Here we go. A game made that back is the expression I have, indeed. The thing is, we have already 8. We need only 12 to really go. Well, Spider's a favorite game all the time, so collectible games are lovely. Indeed, this is a kind of like a Spider game, indeed. Is there actually something down there? I think there's some eggs, but we don't really need the eggs, I think. Let's still go and get some of the things from this first level. I'm not going to take everything, but I'm going to be taking something. So perhaps if you play this yourself, you can have some own secrets. But you know, I'm going to be taking a few of the things from here. Yeah, these are the lurker creatures, as you can see. Kind of a lovely design of them, but you know they are sort of like a one-hit kill creatures. Yes. One of the lovely enemies. I love Jak and Daxter. Oh well, you do well to do that. You know, because it's a pretty good one. Pretty good game indeed. Environments are lovely. The first game is this adventure exploration game. You know, you can see similarities to Spyro and such. Very similar to them.
Seagulls!
And it... actually, we can actually... Oh, Spyro is my favorite game too. Spyro is a lovely one as well. Of course, depends on the Spyro. Depends on the Spyro one.
Do it again!
Let's collect some easy takes here. Here we go. I think, you know, this is the next one. They're going to be collecting them. We're going to be nesting some birds. Here we go. Nasty little bird. You know, that is a good reason, you know, Spyro is good as well. You know, they got inspiration. They actually were like a friendly company to each other when they made these things. Moonview Ceremony, Tiny Chat Man 2020. Indeed, I would vote for you for president, I tell you. It's a good reason why these games were good, because, you know, there's kind of a, you know, easy goal. You can understand what you have to do in the very beginning. And, you know, I think they were friendly companies. They actually cross-promoted each other in the later entries. Because, you know, they had Ratchet and Clank later on, and of course Jak and Daxter was for them. They were actually very similar with their position, the Naughty Dog and Insomniac games, in a sense that originally they had, you know, of course, Spyro the Dragon. They had that, and then this company had their game that was called, of course, it was called Crash Bandicoot, and they both had to sign their rights when they made it. So the second game, this was their first origin for the Naughty Dog, and Insomniac Games, Ratchet and Clank was the same. So they cross-promoted each other. They were actually very in friendly terms. So I can see, you know, their inspiration and, you know, helping out each other sort of way in this. Yes, you can actually see a kind of like a lovely little Easter egg in one of the games. We're actually going to leave this area because we got a lot of the items over here. Not all of them, but still. Yes, they cross-promoted each other with this sort of things. It's a very lovely thing. I personally like this sort of, you know, game companies keeping up with each other, helping each other out. And they were, you know, of course Sony was the kind of the main place, of course. They were helping, well, they were on the same side, of course. Let's take all of the scouts fly for ourselves and go forward. So that was one of the first levels lovely little music that you hear in the background. I've actually made a remaster out of it if you want to listen in the channel. It's right there if you just search Sentinel Beach, up to you, of course. So we helped the bird lady. Unfortunately, she's not here anymore, but this was the kind of the quest thing for the bird lady. We're gonna be doing a little few quests over here as well, and we're gonna be going forward, trying to get the 20 power cells to cross the lava place. I'm gonna be trying to be much as quick as possible with our little adventuring in here. Hello, some of the Sokins. Hello, how's your day, Elias? I really love this game. Or you are familiar with this game as well? Oh, it's the best. It's the best. Serge, I recommend if you like, if Samantha and all are this, I think I recommend really playing this. It's a quite a lovely one, I tell you. So we're gonna be getting some Precursor orbs from the mayor. Do our little campaign contribution. I would have never voted for this guy, I tell you. One of the sleaziest person I've ever seen. Hey, some of the Sukis, how's your day going for yourself? Good to see you, Samantha. So we power cells of 14, I think. Oh, 11 only. We need to be much more quicker with this sort of stuff. We need to pay this person a visit.
What? You don't have the full stash?
Oh, I don't have the power cells yet. Oh, nice.
Well, any less than 90 precursor orbs.
We need to be fixing that situation.
Chance to get underway, dear boy.
Oh, I forgot I didn't have enough. Alright, let's go. God damn, I've never actually seen this cutscene before. Let's see how many we have. We have only 61. Okay, let's go a little bit more, but yeah, we are almost in that position. I should have collected more in the beach. What can you do? What can you do? So let's do some farming. Yes, Big Bear. Big Bear. This game is quite lovely. It's actually very cheap as well on PlayStation 4. I do recommend taking this for yourself. It's a positive time overall. You're going to enjoy. You're going to enjoy when you do it. Here we go. Go, you little rascal. Water buffaloes. Here we go. Here we go. So actually, this is like a farming thing that I do on my own place. Hey! Oh, you have Big Bear and Big Bear. They have like many Big Bears. What is this sort of thing? I thought we were the Big Bear, but two Big Bears. It's going to be the Big Bear army we see over here. Oh, well. Good to see you. Good to see some family of folk. If you're watching the stream currently, I of course appreciate discussion and, you know, say hello. Wait, there's two of them! They're multiplying! Yes, indeed. Something is happening to them. Something very fishy. But of course, there are many bears in the world. But who's the original bear guy has been here? Or have you both been here? Oh man, they're cloning each other. Well, welcome to the stream nonetheless. If you are watching currently, I recommend to press the like button. But up to you, of course. And would I thank everyone who has already done it, because of course, you know, I'm still a small fish in the pond. It does help. Are there any original Jak and Daxter fans out there who have kind of a newcomers to the place? Actually, if you have any kind of suggestions how to really play this game efficiently, let me know. But we have 17 powers, so collect more. So let's go. Big Bear armies on the rise, indeed, my friend, indeed. Big Bear, many of them here. Lovely to see them. That's hilarious, indeed. Pleasure is on my side. But now, let us get all of the scout flies. I think there's still a few ones over here. But I tell you, I tell you, this game is quite hilarious, little one. The main character is not really a character in a sense, because he's kind of this sort of like a 2000s hero of kind of adventures. Beep bop, says Big Bear. Oh no. Oh no, does it mean? Anyways, you're gonna first try the game for the fans. You're gonna first try fishing game. Oh, we're going to go to the fishing game, I tell you. Fishing game is quite special, little one. As their first drinker, we're gonna be actually going through them. Yes, indeed. I'm trying to collect these as much quickly as possible. As you see, I kind of know this game a little bit, so I know the movement, but I'm not the fastest of play, I'm telling you. I've been here before. Very good. We have all of the great bears. Whoever has been here before or not, I tell you, all is great. Good to have you here. That's so cool. Yes, this game has a fishing game. I personally would like to actually do some fishing in real life at some point. Now we are in the Forbitten Jungle. This is the kind of the environment. This was actually very terrifying for me as a kid, because I did not know that you can actually kill those fishes. I didn't know that you could actually do that. And when I was young, I didn't know that you could actually kill those snakes as well. So it's always like doing this sort of action, all just like try to avoid them as much as possible. Zero Space Legacy, you're literally my childhood. Oh, hello there. I think you're a newcomer here on the channel. Yes, indeed. This is literally my childhood as well, and I do have a lot of nostalgia, but I do think it is still, aside from nostalgia, very excellent game experience. Indeed, we are going to go to the fishing game as soon as possible. I'm going to be doing a little bit of the adventuring on this side, though. Yes, indeed. Hyperlasting, what if there are 8 people watching all of the bears? Indeed, 8 people. What a Crash Bandicoot! What is that Crash Bandicoot? What are you talking about? We don't have Crash Bandicoots here, I think. But of course, these are the creators of the game. Oh no. Jak 2 was also good. Oh, I tell you, we're gonna be looking at that at some point. But I tell you, it's a, we just talked about that. How it basically became a Grand Theft Auto game. And could you imagine this game becoming a Grand Theft Auto game? I bet you don't. Here we go. Hi, welcome to this place, Zero Space Legacy. A pleasure to have you on here. What are your experience? Have you played all of the Jak games, even the one made by High Impact Games? What was the PSP game? Yes. It looks like a Crash because, of course, it is kind of like a Crash. I tell you, it is like a Crash, and for a good reason. So we're gonna be going to the fishing game. I'm trying to explore as much as possible, trying to get all of the things. Thanks for stopping by, Jak and Daxter, one of my favorite childhood. Oh, we have many Jak and Daxter people here. What are the favorite things of this game? Actually, tell me, because my favorite thing is the exploration. I did exploration a ton when I was younger with this game. A lot of exploration, and for a good reason. There's a lot of little lovely environments over here, platforming, all of these things. Indeed. It's a cheap for PlayStation 4. I'm currently actually playing it for PlayStation 4 as well. So we have the energy here. We're actually going to be taking the energy. We're going to be hitting that. Hopefully we can still have enough energy after this. Hopefully, we shall see. Looks like Twinsanity. Is it? It is kind of Twinsanity. It's similarities, but of course, Twinsanity came a little bit afterwards. 2001 is the year of this release. Oh my god, Jak and Daxter! Oh no, welcome to the stream. We're going to be looking at some nostalgic game, and this is the first one we're looking at. Yes, quite a nostalgic one. We're actually in a good phase, actually collecting some stuff over here. Yeah. Indeed, going some collectathon adventuring. So I do know all of this game, so that's why I'm just like going to the places already. People who are familiar with this game, they know all of this stuff. Tell me, Serge, are you going to play this game yourself? It would be very lovely. Hey, oh no, how's your day going, by the way? But yes, I do want to have some orbs because of course then I have more of these. This game looks amazing. It is one of the most amazing stuff over there. I tell you, it's enjoyable to play even after many years afterwards. Some of the games I don't want to experience again too much. I can't believe this is on PlayStation 4. They did a re-release. This is originally from PlayStation 2, I tell you. So yes, we're doing some exploration down here. This is going to be the most interesting levels actually going to be seen for a while because, I'm going to be actually showing you. It's this sort of like a Forbitten Jungle is this area. It's one of the first major dangerous areas. And the reason why it's dangerous and interesting is because of that. We're actually going to climb over that. Yes, indeed. This game is quite fantastic, I tell you. The level design. This is actually one of my favorite areas of this game. Aside, of course, from the snow area, which is later on from the game. We're going to be doing some bosses and such before that. Yes. So let's take the electricity over here as much as we can. We're going to be trying to get all of these little things. Here we go. Let's try to be quick. Yes. We're gonna be going to the fishing game next. Hopefully that's going to go well. As you can see, I think they make second channel tomorrow. Don't worry, I subscribe on this channel. Oh, very much. Lovely. I really recommend having one channel in the beginning because I tell you, if like a Search is doing his own YouTube thing, I do recommend to do that because then you can have the watch time and it helps both your videos and both your channel. I do recommend that. It helped me go far in the beginning. Very much so. If anybody is doing YouTube, do streams. Of course, with the other video content as well. Like the I do like the name of that, you know, as well. What are your thoughts on this game? Like, what makes this game on your mind a good one? Personally, this is a bit easy game, but of course it's made for children, so there's kind of a reason for that. And I do like, you know, I can just kind of easily go through this. I played some Dark Souls, and you know, that game you have to constantly just think more. Which is, of course, it's not a bad thing if, you know, you don't just constantly think over this. I tell you, it's not a bad thing at all. But now, let's go to the fishing minigame right away. Oh, actually, no, wrong place. Wrong place at the wrong time. I will do that then. Actually, I'll do both. Yes, it's up to you, of course. It's up to you. It's up to you. No. But now we go to the fishing minigame on this side of the river. There's some fishes. I actually didn't know how to actually destroy those creatures, so... Yes, I thought, you know, they were invincible when I was younger. So now, let's meet my favorite fisherman, Mr. Erber. I don't know actually his name, though.
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. And now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power
It's gonna be a hard one.
if you can catch...
Hopefully I'm gonna be actually a first try to do this. Hopefully. Wish me luck.
Use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge?
Well, of course, we're gonna be taking up the challenge. Let's do it. Is it... Yes? Is it...
There are two types
Yeah,
of
we
good
go.
fish to catch. 1 pound fishies and 5 pound fishies.
1 pound and 5
If
pounds.
you miss 20 pounds of good fish,
It's like fishing in real life.
take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch.
I like this voice actor very much. Oh, here we go. Alright. Easy for beginning. But I tell you, this is like what they do. Just easy at first, and then it's going to be the hardest thing ever. Alright? Oh, goddamn. I cannot miss too much.
Here comes a big one.
Oh no.
I missed.
I cannot miss too much. God damn.
Steady boy.
Oh no. It's a hard one. Like fishing in real life. But 2 times hard. Oh. Oh no.
Here comes a big one.
Oh, this is harder than it looks.
Steady boy.
Oh no, this is the hard one. Hard part. Oh, okay, I'm very much focusing like 100%. Oh, here we go. And another of these quick fishies. No! God damn! Best fishing minute. I hate this minigame because it's goddamn. Okay, I need to be focusing. Okay. One fishy.
Here comes a big one.
One fishy. Here we go. Yeah, it's the best fishing minigame ever made on mankind. I'm actually very much. I would like to make this sort of fishing game myself, or a game I'm making. Ooh. It's kind of simple, but I like it. Oh, and it is not easy, I tell you. It's not as easy to move this sort of stuff. God damn! I need to succeed. Why am I doing so bad at this? I hated this when I was younger. I never actually finished it, but it took me so much time. God damn. Here we go. Fishy 1, fishy 2, fishy 3. Because there's a delay with the movement of the net. You know, of course, excuses, but I tell you. Here we go. Here we go. No misses so far. Very good.
Steady boy.
Yeah, I'm not going to risk it. God damn. This is the most hardcore fishing game I've ever taken. I'm missing it. I don't know how the script works, but it's very randomized, it seems. Oh, no. No. I love you making this sort of... Yeah, it is... pleasure is on my side, but this is actually pretty hard. But everything until this point has been a cakewalk. This is like a main boss, it seems. Main boss of the game. Fishing. No, even the last boss is not this hard, I tell you. Oh, here we go. If you can do this first time when you play this, I tell you, I'm going to be clapping you like a whole string. Oh. Oh, yes! We got it!
You caught 200 pounds of fish!
200 pounds of fish!
Here's the power cell I got myself.
We did it, boys! We did it! Yay! I love you make these sad days turn into nothing but happiness. Hey, man, I appreciate your words, Big Bear. Sorry for not focusing on fishing thing, because of course you saw it was quite difficult of a task. It always was a pleasure to do this sort of stuff. Always. Big Bear, always a pleasure. What are your thoughts on what makes this game good? I think the exploration thing, but also, you know, look at that sort of like charm that those mini games have. There are actually pretty few mini games in this that actually stand out. That fishing game is one of them. That fishing game is certainly one of them. So we are going to be still going last thing of this level, then we're going to be progressing forward to the next one. We have played under 1 hour, so I'm hoping to really now spoot the pace and really go forward with ease. Here we go. I'm very happy that I'm able to do that sort of stuff for you, Big Bear, but I tell you, this game is quite a lovely one. If you want to make a happier day for yourself, play this game, I tell you. And that is how you complete a challenge. Indeed, my friend, indeed. But now we're gonna be doing some special thingies over here, I tell you. Some special things. This is my favorite place on this very level. Imagine you seeing this big structure in the backyard, back down there, and you can actually climb it like this. You know, yeah, I do love this. So let's climb the tower, shall we? Level design is lovely. Also, the animation, as you can see, for PlayStation 1 and, you know, the low polygon they have, they're actually pretty good animations. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes. Yay! I think the blue echo is the most established one. I think they did not use too much time for the red echo later on in the game. But then, you know, look at what you can do with the blue echo. I love this. Oh, have to be careful. You're down there, the health is going to be scarce, so I don't want to die. That's the thing. Here we go. Traveling up in the tower. As you can see, we are actually going to be looking at the world, as you can see over here. Or am I already going down? Hopefully not yet. Yes. Here we go. So this is the world we are seeing already. Of course, you know, that area you can see, you can't really go there. But one of the things you can actually go there is actually the island in there, the Misty Island. Hopefully we're going to be checking it out that. Also that balloon over there, as you can see, that's actually a place that you can go to. Yes, indeed. That's a place. Hopefully we're going to be able to reach that place at some point. Now we're going to be going inside of the temple itself. I like how these levels are built, you know, no loading screens whatsoever, as you can notice. Not even some modern games do that. Yes, indeed. They wanted to stand out because of the no loading screens. It was actually a big selling point.
Precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff, so it ain't gonna help us.
Indeed, Daxter. We're gonna be finding out how to put the tubes back together, indeed. Being inside of this little place over here. Here we go. Oh. Cannot really jump down, of course. That's the death. Like, you know, everyone from Crash Bandicoot, they don't know. If you drop down there, that's going to be the end. Hey, hi from Finland. Hello there also. I'm from Finland as well. Pleasure to meet some Finnish people. Tervetuloa. Yay! And also the animations for these. Like, I actually have not too many sad things, you know, negative things about this game. One of the is it's pretty easy. I think that's the only thing they could improve, I think. Because it's kind of a cakewalk aside, of course, from the fishing minigame. Oh yeah, here we go. Now we got the place open. Go! Get all the little eggs. Indeed. Here we go. Oh. Almost went there, goddamn. Yay! All of the eggs is for us. And level traversing, my favorite in this. It's not really difficult, as you're going to see for the next boss we're actually going to encounter over there. Yes, here we go. Really Crash Bandicoot-esque. Got FB on GFB, Phoebe, how are you doing? Are you very much on this sort of like, actually try to... Oh, goddamn. We don't have much health. Okay, 1 health run. I'm not going to die, I tell you. I hope, at least. Alright, let's be careful. Here we go. And now let's hit the creature. Let's go! I got second book learn Finnish today and begin learning full books. Yeah, Serge is actually a Finnish language enthusiastic, which is a very lovely thing. Yes, indeed. Oh. As you can see, this boss is quite a simple one. Oh, no! Yes, here we go, finally. Oh, God. I was very weak, so I might have actually died there. So yeah, so Finnish language is something Serge is learning. God FB from Finland, of course. We can both agree that it's a hard language to learn, but still, I very much will say that good effort if you do that. Yes, we're getting all the eggs by jumping on the head of this creature. Actually, one thing that you can easily miss. Yes, indeed. So the boss is over. Are you familiar, by the way, FB from Jak and Daxter? Got an ad on the stream. Sorry, no worries, no worries. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of things. I had to do, unfortunately, that sort of stuff. Yeah, unfortunately. But a pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you. So, stream is going forward. Got an ad too. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not my full intention. Not my intention, of course. There's still, of course, one quest on there, but I'm not going to do it. It's going to take some time. And I really much want to go to the other place on there. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. And for some reason, the stream removes some of them. Yeah. Oh, really? A shirt? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. One of the nasty things, pants. Well, one of the things actually Daxter is going to have in the thing is going to be very much just wanting pants. That's one of his major motivation. Their sidekick, the green one, the orange one on there. He wants to get some pants. That's one of his major motivations. Indeed, I can say, of course, why not? Pants is one of the luxuries. I tell you, if we don't have pants, life is going to be nasty. Here we go. So, by the way, FB Finland, are you familiar with the Jak and Daxter title yourself? And of course, Serge, he mentioned, if you didn't miss that, Serge is basically learning some Finnish, and both we can agree that Finnish is a very hard language, but I'm going to be actually celebrating you if you're able to do that, if you're able to learn. We're going to be actually going to one of the dangerous areas of the beginning place. Yes, indeed, you get a tour of Jak and Daxter as we're going through. And as I've said many times, the environment is lovely. This is one of the standard places, I tell you.
This place gives me the creeps.
And of course, you saw that from the first cutscene. Yes, indeed. I tell you, one of the things is... Oh, we need still 1 point in order to get an extra health. Here we go. Oh, I see. I'm sorry about that. I cannot really affect to that, unfortunately. Unfortunately. One of the things also, the reality thing is that if you don't have those on, great gods of algorithm are not going to be liking yours. That's the stuff. Be too careful. Yeah, some hard enemies over here. Yes. But here we go. I speak Finnish fully. I don't type it well. No worries at all. No worries at all. Finnish is a very special little language, I tell you. Oh, actually, need to capture that as quickly as possible. Let's try to capture that little animal over there. Yes, indeed. We can get another power cell easily. But this area is this, you know, from the very cutscene. This is like the major, one of the kind of the places of the main enemy of the game, and it's certainly like a much more nastier than, you know, the earlier areas. You can kind of you can see that very much. Many different enemies lurking in the mud, even. Yes, quite nasty. Come here, little fella! Oh boy, I missed it. I missed it. I need to be capturing that in order to get another power cell quickly. Wait, I'm visiting Finland soon. Oh, hey, man, if you're coming here, I want to, you know, very much, you know, would be honored to see you. Oh, no. Almost got it. Would be a pleasure to see you, of course. No, it says December. Hopefully we have snow here. In the southern places we might not have snow at that time. Unfortunately, the current situation with the environment is like that, unfortunately. Yeah. Here we go. Finally got it. Little creature on him. And I didn't get a power cell, but still we get something. Yes, indeed. There's no connection. Is everything alright now? Everything alright? Everything alright? Right there. Hopefully everything is. Hopefully it is. We shall see. Everything right? Are you there? Oh, okay, now it works. Okay. Sorry about that. For some reason a connection error. Yeah, gladly we could actually fix that. Sorry about that. Now we are back. With the thing. Yeah, unfortunately that was. Yeah, I don't know why, but that's my connection is perfect. Possibly Golem Maya is tricking on the connection, it seems. Yeah. The Golem Maya, of course, being the final bosses of this game. But now, yes, let's go forward and adventure. We have some of the. But we're still collecting a few things from here. As you can see, it's a kind of a dangerous little spot. There's surprises from every corner. And, you know, those are basically, if you know Crash Bandicoot, those are like the explosive boxes from there. They've really hammered in the sort of a Jak and Daxter feel, you know, kind of similar from there. Actually, we need to be moving fast. Actually, we need to be faster. In order to get that power cell, we need to just use that one electricity thing in order to get the one thing, indeed. Hopefully you're doing fine. Hopefully we didn't lose too much of people. Unfortunately, that was the case, that we just had that sort of connection issue. Unfortunately, yes. Go. Yes. Oh, got it. I did confirmation that we're stopping a city live in. I will be, will be 2 days each city for the last 2 months. Alright, very good. So it's like a field trip, I see. Job? What sort of job, by the way? I might have asked this before from you already, but what is the job, what is the kind of the job thing you're doing? Or is it a secret? Of course, if it's a secret, no worries. You know, some kind of a corporate secrets you cannot really tell to people. That's the thing. But I tell you, one of the things in... Oh, here we go. Radical. Let's destroy our enemies with it. Here we go. Just one hit kill. This game is already too easy, so the red echo does not do too much of an effect, indeed. Anyways, let's go to the battle arena of the history. There should have been more ambush-like battle things on this game, much more. He's a hitman, probably. Oh, hitman? Oh no, not the hitman. Fight! Fight for your life! Oh no, I don't have much HP left. We need to be careful with our health. I don't want to die. You don't want to really see that happening. Here we go. Have to be careful. We still have few ones following us. Need to be tactical. The enemies in this game are like a Yooka-Laylee, actually, very easy. That's one of the things, actually, it connects to Yooka-Laylee, I tell you. A hitman, eh? I hope not. I very much hope not. He's scanning with my company for I work. We are finding jobs to get hired with the trade field of US. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So let me see. It's called job scanning. Company for work. We are finding jobs to get hired. Oh, I see. So you're kind of like you're trying to hire people and such. Yeah. I see. Pretty interesting stuff. So you got to scout through Finland to try to finish talent. Oh, I see. We have 20 power cells. We can actually go through the next place. So I'm going to be leaving this area. Unfortunately, there's a lot of secrets here, but you can see them yourself. There's even like snow speed racing and such. But we're going to be seeing. You can see that own time if you want to play in this game. We have been playing now for around 1 hour, and we of course going to be still playing more. But I tell you. I need to be careful not to destroy myself. Yes, very good. So yes, we're gonna be still going to the next areas. I'm trying to progress this and show as much as good stuff from this. Hopefully, I got some of you interested on playing this if you are first timers, especially people who are watching on the channel. Yeah, I don't think Sergi. Who knows? I don't know. Do hitmans like openly say, "Hey, I'm a hitman"? Yes, probably not. I personally wouldn't want to be in that sort of profession. It's kind of a risky profession, I tell you. They probably pay well, but not pay enough, I tell you. Here we go. Our little boat goes back, and we're back at the home village. A very comfortable little village. Oh, and of course they're gonna tell me. Yeah, I did. That's why I came back. By climbing the cliff behind the farmer's house. Bring the power cells and hurry. My father says he's seen more lurkers. This game they always saying like, hurry, the lurkers are now attacking. And of course, no lurkers are going to attack. They haven't actually made, it would be an interesting sort of scheme if they would have made that, some lurkers would have attacked this very village we're in. But unfortunately, they're not doing anything. They did not do anything like that, unfortunately. Yes. One of the things I'm going to be doing, just a quick thing, because it's going to be helping us later on if we still continue this game. I'm going to be getting the power cell from those oracles from there, as you can see. Here we go. And from this, like this. Here we go.
Who awakens the oracle? Wait.
I want to be myself traveling at some point, but I am currently very much trying to build this sort of YouTubes and other things to really go stable. I would of course very much want to travel to the land of America. Are you from watching right now? By the way, der Verschischerung Sperrtruger. Where are you from, by the way? Probably something, I don't know, possibly. Now the power cell is on our hands. The nostalgic look, I have to tell you, this game is smooth. It is well done. One of the things I think the second game is kind of losing, it's like the easy to follow aspect. This game is like, if I can just show it to anyone, it's easy to follow, easy to look at, easy to really play even, yes. So we're going to go to the next area. US President Trump had picked us to trade deals with Finland. Oh, very cool. We need to do more trade deals with the great and powerful US, of course. Their cells with the virus, I do get a free, and this will be their fourth country. Oh, so you're doing some very big things. Man, I didn't know you have that sort of big things. Man, that's very cool. That's very cool. So now, the greatest challenge of our time has begun.
Great! You have the 20 cells needed to power my heat shield. Now be careful. The shield will only protect your zoomer till it reaches 500 degrees, so try to keep her cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast.
Some of the Daxter, the Crash Bandicoot people can know this, and this sort of zoomers, that's kind of similar to things that, in those games are shown. So of course, they're going to use their good stuff that they had, of course.
Cooling balloons you can use to drop the shield's temperature quickly. Oh, and when you get across, Don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab. Then we'll be able to teleport over and meet you. Good luck!
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Our little driving challenge is here. Going over dry lava? Well, no problem for the Jack person. I'm assisting here since I'm 18. But still, very lovely.
There's scoutflies out here too.
But still, very good that, you know, you are doing some official stuff. I don't actually see, because of the comment section, I don't see the heat thing. Hopefully I'm not overheating. Let's just hope, at least. Huh? I want to get that. Hopefully we are not going to get destroyed, hopefully. Hopefully. Oh no, I missed again. I think I'm going to be destroyed. Whee! I want to collect everything, as you saw, because this is an easy place to collect stuff. Even though I died just yet, you know, I want to collect everything. It's not that hard of a level. Later on level is going to be much harder when this is going to come, I tell you. So we are using the zoomer to travel around. I always wondered why these lurkers can go there like without a problem. It's kind of weird situation. I actually think our president doing great. I think, you know, looking at these trade things, I think it's a good actually to challenge the other countries that have, you know, the trade is of course very important stuff. I do agree on him on that. I do agree. Here we go. Forward. It's interesting, you know. I think Finland, we should be doing this sort of. Here we go. Let's go forward. Quickly. It's good that, you know, countries that are free and help each other. I think, you know, there should be that. Indeed. No, I cannot really too much go to American politics, you know, because I know that, you know, some of my viewers, they really. Let's go back. Some of my viewers do not really like to hear some kind of outsider's opinion. I personally think he has done some, you know, I think, you know, kind of alright. But of course, you know, I understand some of the people, especially, you know, his kind of expression way people can criticize him for. But, you know, yeah, it's not really up to me to criticize anything on that. I tell you, just, it's interesting the stuff you do. It's interesting the stuff you do. I'm excited myself, enjoy very much. I'm excited to hear that sort of stuff you do. It's a kind of big stuff, I tell you. Trade cargoes, making connections in Finland, indeed.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation.
So let's look at this sort of cutscene.
It looks like the Blue Sage.
We are now in the new location.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders. Oh, and it looks like the Blue Sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his notes. Jack, go check on the villagers.
When it comes to politics, I tell you, like Finland is a bit, it's kind of interesting. I personally, you know, working with big nations, like America more, I very much agree. Especially, I know many American people. I know some of the great stuff people there. I think we need to do that more. I personally think, yes. It's a huge thing. I think it's going to be quite lovely thing. Yes, indeed. You know, it's America is kind of, you know, at the same time, you know, interesting country, but also very terrifying. Like you have all the biggest guns and such. Good job, Serge. Indeed. It's the same time, you know, I wouldn't really want to cross America, I have to tell you too much. Of course, Finland, we're going to be defending ourselves against any enemy. Hopefully, free nations, we're not going to ever go to that sort of things. But I tell you, one of the things, America is very respectable in many aspects, but also very terrifying with its, you know, weapon powers and such. It's a very powerful nation, I tell you. I tell you. No, usually if you cross America, it's kind of a nasty thing, you know. Anyone can actually just like get Finnish people angry. Of course, that's still a bad thing. I very much say don't do it because Finnish people are going to remember forever. But I tell you, of course, it's very much different thing for crossing America, you know. But that's about politics of today. I try to get this one electronic thing to open a very hard vault over here, because then I get all of the eggs and then I go forward. This is the Rock Village in Jak and Daxter game, as you can see. Rock Village. Oh, god damn it. Almost. So the goal we want to get is that point over there. It's kind of a journey. Am I able to do it though? We have to wait and see. As you can see, one of the enemies we have to actually deal with is that. Just throwing all of these boulders on this village. Very nasty. Very different feeling from the village we had just earlier. Yes, very different indeed. Alright, go, go, go. Okay, I just failed. I think that is the way to really do it, unfortunately. Because I need to get all of the eggs, I tell you. Big Bear says, good job, Search. Indeed. We need to really say that, you know, it's a kind of interesting sort of phenomenon that you're doing. I support all of it. Of course, Finland and other countries. We need to keep together. We need to help each other. Yes, we got it. Finally, this was a hard one, as you can see. Oh man, oh man, oh man. It will be, getting fluent in Finnish. It's a bit of a hard thing, but I tell you, it might be very good to just get around people there. So I very much recommend. You know, very good, very good. If you can do it in a few months. You are very talented. Of course, some people are very good with languages.
Perhaps we can help each other.
So we try to help this fellow that is kind of ecologist sort of person.
But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives.
So we are doing some natural things here, helping the animals. Indeed, like Fern Gully.
We can. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try.
Yeah, Daxter tries to really negotiate. I do like the Daxter voice actor. Sometimes, you know, it gets very annoying in the later games. But I tell you, it's a kind of a lovely thing that you have this sort of like, actually help him.
Oh, you have the orbs. Here's a power cell.
So that is what I will do. I wish you luck. If you can do it, I will actually do a celebration thing, because it's a hard thing. Trump said Finland was one of the most peaceful countries with America and no threat. Yeah, indeed, we are no threat whatsoever. That's the thing. And we have no really intention to really get any kind of thing. Only interest we have is actually built politically and such. And Finland is actually very interesting in politically, like we are in this sort of like negotiation position with many countries, because many countries see us as not a threat, like China and Russia. So Finland is a very interesting country to actually have as an ally. If we were in a civilization game, we would actually give kind of a bonus for like public relation with many of the countries, because we are in very good positions. Of course, Russia is perhaps kind of the most irkiest position, but still, we are even in good position with them. Right. That's why I picked you country for trade. Very good. Actually, haven't heard anything of this in the news. This is kind of like a new thing. Let's do some herding over here. One of the I might hate this level the most, but we are good things still. We're gonna be herding these creatures to their rightful place. This minigame is just that I'm going to be going through them and trying to get those goddamn moles to the right places. And, oh, no, 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 no.
And keep away from those dark eco boxes.
Here we go. We got our second. Yeah, great. That's what you want. That's what they want you to think. Or what do you mean by a devotion? Because I don't know all about the politics. I'm very much interested to hear people's opinions on all of this stuff. Nah. Because politics is complex, but let's try to be friendly with each other, especially when we have together common interest, which is of course Jak and Daxter.
Let's go get our power cell from the...
It's pretty easy. I thought it was much harder.
He might have a power cell.
Let's try to get the power cell from that guy, because we need to. My youth, I call this like they basically have oh god damn. Some of these lurker designs are kind of weird. Oh, I would want to see this remade. I think they're going to do that, because this is actually pretty nostalgic one. But of course, I don't know what is going on with the Naughty Dog. You know, they have The Last of Us 2 coming out, and it has some nasty things going on it, at least. You know, have you heard about what's currently going on with The Last of Us? It's pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty indeed. So let's go and get that lurker. Come on, you little fella. Almost got it. Almost. That is like a driving levels. I hate always driving levels in video games. Because driving levels, they force you to use the driving, which I personally, I'm not. Oh, God. Yes, see? I'm not very happy with this whole thing. And of course, I'm not very good at it. That might be the reason why I don't like these levels. Yeah, using this sort of... I would actually want to have this sort of a bike for myself, you know? I wouldn't mind that. Is Naughty Dog made Crash just like it? Yeah, indeed. It's like it's very much like a Crash game. And that's one of these, I think, specialities. When we go to the Jak 2, it kind of abandons that in an interesting way. I personally like Jak 2 a lot with its plot. I adore it, but some people actually lost interest of Jak series because of that. We're gonna be looking at that in the later day of that. I think I'm not going to take every single step, but I'm trying to take as much of the power cells as possible, because if I get, I think like, was it 35 or something, I'm able to go to the next level. Yes, indeed. It's like this game works like that. Yeah. Have you enjoyed some of these levels here? Let me know. I personally am a huge fan of some of them. We're going to be going to an underground Precursor city very soon, which is one of the lovely places. Here we go. These sort of challenges again. Oh, no. Here we go. All of these challenges. Oh, no. Well, I understand, Daxter. Don't need to shout me all the time. Here we go. Let's go through with the whole thing. And if I do it, I will get a little power cell on my side. In the second game, they used these for time trials as well, which I hated as well. Of course, people have different tastes, so almost died there. Okay. Here we go. So I can do something well, guys. Oh no, God damn it. Why did I hit that? Anyways, yeah, this driving level, I suppose, I think I don't personally like this level that much. But still. Because of that, you know. Because of that. If someone can tell me a lore reason why there's dark eco boxes lying around, I very much want to hear that, but I think there's no really good reason for it. I love the minigames. The minigames are actually pretty lovely in this game. Yes, indeed. Second game, they... Oh, no. I think if you stream this, man, I think it would be a lovely time. So I want to join that as well. When you stream it, let me know. I want to see a kind of a first-timer to look at this game, because I'm an old-timer, to be honest. I have to admit that. I have experience with this game quite a lot. Indeed. Oh, here we go. As we going forward, we are living our lives. Hopefully your day is going, nice. Can we get it in time? Yes, we can. Yeah. So yes, hopefully your day is going well. The thing is, I love mini games, but these mini games are kind of, some of them are, a bit tedious. Of course, personally, it might be because I'm not a very good driver, but still. As you can see, I still need to learn all the tricks. What are your favorite minigames in video games? Let me actually know. I personally like the fishing minigame of the early. I did like that quite a lot. There we go. So far, so good. So far, so good. Here we go. I don't know how quickly I am compared to some of the speed runs of the game, but I suppose I'm doing a pretty lovely. Are you in the same rows as last time? What do you mean by same room? Oh, you do mean about this level? Yes, it's kind of a same place. Yes, I died, unfortunately. I died. Yay! Do you mind by the real life room? Of course, I'm no same room. That's the place. Why are you asking? Why do you ask that? I do wonder. Here we go. Some precursor orbs. I actually do like the design of the collectible items of this game. As you can see, it's very lovely indeed. Let's go up here and then down here. As you can see, here we go. Here we go. We can get you. We can get you. Come here, you little fella. Oh, almost died right there. What's your favorite game yourself? Of course, I think you mentioned Spyro, did you? Big Bear? I mean, really fun. Oh, of course. Why do you ask that? I don't have, of course, a webcam on. I think it's lovely to look at the footage of the whole thing more, I think, rather than my face, at least. Oh, please come here, you little rat! Here we go. Here we go. We still need to find a few of the creatures on here. But yeah, it's kind of same place. Personally, I very much love... I'm in countryside right now. I love my time in countryside. I don't know, do you yourself live in countryside, Big Bear? But no, I yesterday did some potato planting again. And potatoes, it's so easy to plant. I actually made a stream about potato planting at some point. I do recommend that sort of fashion to anyone who is thinking about farming, because having potatoes, you can actually just purchase potatoes from the store and put that as a thing. Ah! Goddamn. Well, let's take him on, at least. Yeah, these are called lurkers. As you can see the designs of the creatures, there's many types of lurkers. Some of them are flying, some of them are purple. They're like the generic bad guys of a video game sort of fashion. I was wondering if you have setup on your room. Setup... you know, my setup is quite simple, I tell you. I'm not a professional when it comes to this. Oh, yeah. We got ourselves our power cell.
Good flying! Those lurkers were no match for your zoomer. That's one.
Yeah, I'm not very good with zoomer, but I was able to get that. Yeah, so my setup is very simple on my room, sort of my computers, and of course I'm using PlayStation 4 to play this. If anyone here has PlayStation, I do recommend purchasing this game. It's quite a lovely one. I'm still going to take a few power cells here, which are kind of easy to take, because then I don't need to go to too many of the places. Already, as you can see, we've already completed 28% of this game. There's quite a lot of secrets still in this game, I tell you. I need to be careful when I cross like that. The hardest jump on here is in this spot. I mean, it's the same, but I watched the whole thing and enjoyed every bit. Oh, very lovely. You get another trophy. Oh, yes, indeed. I appreciate it. Way. I appreciate it, Surge. Of course, we did some composing streaming for upcoming Final Fantasy game. Yes, indeed. Forest music. It was. Hello, Walrus! Are you familiar with Jak and Daxter? Hello, they're from Finland. I think Walrus is from Finland indeed. Surge is actually talking about going to Finland himself, doing some trade cargo stuff, yes. Which was quite interesting. I didn't know, like, Surge had that sort of, like, a high position, like, very, very excellent, I tell you. Surge is, like, a big, doing big stuff, I tell you. Here we go. We are doing this sort of mini-game over here. There are some nasty plans of Dark Eco. We try to take care of them with the Green Eco, the good stuff. Here we go. Usually green is associated, not always, with the good stuff in games. Usually it's like, you know, some kind of radiation and such, but still. How are you doing, Morsum Walrus? Yes, in Finland, is Walrus. Here we go. I'm doing actually pretty lovely. We are playing some Jak and Daxter and talking about good stuff of it. The good stuff, we have actually mentioned quite a lot of it already. But do you have any on your own? Let me know. If you are familiar with this game, of course. I'm trying to do this nasty minigame because they got, like, keep spawning around over here. Yeah, here we go. We took care of this. few rounds of this and we get a little lovely power cell from a flower. Yes, indeed. And that's the minigame, because if you leave even one alive, they're going to mutate and spawn. Here we go. Oh, there's still one! Yay! From my perspective, he's doing the best he ever had. Yes, I am aware, like the game, it's a shame there's no more made. I tell you, there's no legal stopping them, but I hope, like, I'm looking current the Last of Us situation, I'm possibly happy that they are not, because they would be putting some, I think some identity politics here, I think. They would.
It's just because I've got low expectations.
Goddamn, Grandpa.
Okay, your moment of gloating is over. Get on with it.
Let's go forward. There's still a race thing over here. Yes, we're going to be doing a race. Yes, I hope there would have been more of this, but unfortunately not. Oh, we cannot do the race? Oh, because we need... Oh, okay, I'm not going to do the race then. I would have done it really quick, but yes. If not, let's not do then, right? Yeah. And one person thinks he's doing the best he ever had. Who do you mean? If you're talking about what your country is, I think, you know, it's interesting to see how it's going on. Mr. Valrus, it's nasty that there's no more games for this made. Unfortunately. Oh, we need to get that power cell from that lady. Little lady. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, thank you. Awfully good. I'm very pleasure to help you out. So many trophies. Oh yay! Oh yay! Yeah, things for me. If you're talking about, you know, for me, I think it's going actually pretty lovely. I think if you're saying that, I have to tell you, I'm very pleasure to look at these nostalgic games and look at what are the good and bad stuff. I think there's not much bad stuff on this. You're doing very well. Thank you very much.
Precursor orbs for each power cell I can take.
The fight is going on. Are you, Serge, you know, looking at my gameplay on here, are you interested to try it out yourself? Let me know if so. So, Walrus, yes, Serge is going to Finland himself doing some cargo thingy. I don't know, cargo, like trading, sort of, you know, interesting stuff. Yes. Let's go! Jak and Daxter! Oh. We are going to be going into one of the interesting levels. Hopefully, there's this swamp level I don't really personally want to go. Hopefully, we are able to not go to it. The nasty thing about the sea on here, even in the close circle, the shark is going to attack us, and I'm not very happy on that. So yeah, let's go here. Let's go to the depths of the sea. I like the level design, and you know, there's nothing really going on here, but you're going to see something very soon, I tell you. How much did this cost? I think the Jak collection cost like 10 euros, $10, I think, yes. And it has all the Jak games, like the 1, 2, and 3, and also the Jak X. I think 4 games, $10. A lot of hours of gameplay, a lot of hours from streaming, I tell you. I'm going to be looking at all of the Jak games, yes, indeed. So this is one of the visually most interesting places. Look at this. Under the sea. As you can see, the music already changed quite drastically. So let's go and see. This is one of the actually interesting levels. It's kind of very direct. You have to go to one direction. But just look at the design of the place. That sounds great. Indeed, a very lovely thing. Oh, we were almost damaged on that. But good that we were not. Let's see if there's anything useful down there. It's a very dangerous place over here, I tell you. Very, very dangerous. I'm not trying to collect everything in here. There's a lot of secrets in here. A very, very hard place in itself. You can actually get a lot of damage. I tell you, enjoy this game more than Fortnite. I do have to agree. Of course, many people are Fortnite fans. Even on the channel, many people look at some Fortnite stuff like in the past. But I do like these games much more. Because the Fortnite is this sort of like... Oh no! Some enemies, nasty enemies, as you can see. Yeah, the Fortnite is sort of like it's its own type of game. I do like it. I do like more single-player adventures. Could there be possibly a game like this in modern times? Many studios are not really willing to take the risk, but I think they should. People want this sort of games. Look at all these places. There's a lot of secrets on here in this room right now. One of the things we're going to be actually looking on is going to the end of this level, as you can see. Some puzzle elements as we are taking, yes. How's your day, Valrus, yourself? Are you going to play some games today? Some interesting ones? Let me know. Yes, we are doing some platforming. I need to do a remaster of this theme at some point. This area level is quite unique. The water is very dangerous. We're going to the down there all the time sort of fashion. All of these things. Okay, so we're trying to get this power cell on here. There's a time limit. Hopefully we're able to take it.
Quick! Follow that pipe!
Go with this on. Here we go. Easy peasy. I do like this more because the Fortnite, you know, it is built as sort of like a microtransaction hell, to be honest. You know, it's a lovely game, but you know, the microtransactions are not available in the old games. And you can have so much enjoyment of stuff without the microtransaction. Indeed. That is a path I think we should be going in here. Yeah, Fortnite is... I would tell you, if someone wants to start YouTube in modern day and age, they should just do Fortnite, I tell you. You know, in that sense, that what I'm doing on this is kind of risky in a sense, you know. But I tell you, there's many people who want the Jak and Daxter to be shown. I suppose many of them have checked this place. Have checked what I've been doing. I tell you, there's a lot of good Jak and Daxter content. There's this, but unfortunately, there's no more Jak and Daxter games. So the content also is going to be a very barren because of that. Let's try to get all of the orbs. We need all of the orbs. Here we go. Oh no, the ballerina! I hate this ballerina creature. But they are also easy to defeat. I wish more games with a collaboration. I would actually want to see a multiplayer Jak and Daxter. Imagine, you know, playing Jak and Daxter with your friends. That would be a very awesome thing. If I ever get big with eluukka stuff and the games I'm doing, I want to make a game like this. I've gained 400 subscribers last month. Oh, that's huge growth. You're going to actually go over me, I tell you, with that sort of growth. I tell you, you're going to be a bigger channel than me if you just continue with that. Oh boy, almost died. And I died. So yeah, Serge's channel is actually doing pretty fine, pretty lovely. Nice. Let's go! Move, 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 move! No, 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 no! Oh yes, very hard to live through this area sometimes. A lot of things that can damage you, as you can see. A lot of things. Yeah, imagine a multiplayer game like this. You know, it would be awesome. Oh no. There we go. Let's try to do this puzzle over here. A simple puzzle if I say so. If I remember right. I just need to be getting over that. Oh no. Okay, I lost it. Yes, I need to go back. So I need to do it that I can actually take every single one. Let's see. Yeah, Daxter, don't need to say anything. Not to say anything. Let's see. Okay, this is, I think, how we're going to be doing it. I think, yes. Here we go. 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 A little puzzle for our little brains. Can we do the jump? Yes, we can do the jump. Oh, well, great. We did it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a treasure. If I ever do get big, I'll be the first to shout out and support. Hey, I appreciate it. All the things you did for the community with the big bear, and you'll deserve it. I tell you, Does Big Bear do his own content as well? I want to like I personally know some of the content creators on here. We need to do this sort of supportive group, helping each other out and such. When I get big, I will be doing that constantly. But currently, I'm very small. Of course, I have always said, went and do check out Search 3's channel if you are interested on the Fortnite games. He actually does some daily content on that, which is actually pretty impressive. I can do daily streams, but not daily videos. That's too much for me. Because the editing and such, it's a hard gig, I tell you. Anyone on here, go and support him right away. And actually, you're very good at Fortnite, I tell you. But you would like to play any other games? I would recommend trying out some of these old gems, because I think there's not much, like, of course, the views are going to be a little bit lower, but there's not much competition, I suppose, because this old game, there's some good gems out there. I personally want to look at more other games, like, of course, Spyro and others with this series. So if you want to see that, I recommend, of course, liking and such. But now, we are going through the levels, going through the adventure. Hopefully we're going to be going through this in timely manner. Yeah, we get it. I have heard he does. I think he went to bed. Oh man, of course it's a very late evening in the American times. Oh, I want actually a Big Bear channel. I want to check that out. What sort of stuff he does though. Ah, very hard one, as you can see. You can see my new video. I just got crazy good at the end. Oh, I need to be checking that out. The YouTube just doesn't recommend your videos to me yet, unfortunately. I don't like that. I personally don't like that. I need to be checking those manually. I don't know. It's very nasty. So we are going to the depths of the ocean, as you can see. And I like the level design because of this. You know, you can... everything in levels is kind of a no loading screen whatsoever. We're going to actually do one of these things. We're going to go and make this little... Oh boy. Oh no, you're going to see a game over screen now.
I was right behind you, Jak! Really? I was.
Ah, well. Some clipping on the screen, that's what we need. That's what we need. All of the environments are very different from each other, I tell you. Very different indeed. Like this undersea place, it's a very unique place. Unfortunately, it's kind of a linear. This level is very linear. But the other levels are like very open-esque. Later on levels do not have that openness, unfortunately. Of course, the snow level is one of the exceptions, and of course the spider cave and such. Let's travel to the above. Of course, we're going to still come back, but I need to travel a little bit upwards. Yeah, as you can see, we are traveling to the locations. Our adventure has only just going. I like how you traverse the wood. I actually remembered. I think I'm actually going to go back. I forgot there's still one little big challenge in there. Whee! Such a lovely little world. It took me 2 days to make it, and it's 7 days of Man, 7 daily upload. Oh boy. Of course, it's good to take some time off, like I did for the streaming. I recommend to do that at some point. But if you can keep that up, I very much support you. I support you, man. Here we go. Let's go up there. I think I shouldn't really take this because I've not taken all of them. Anyways, even deeper to the ocean. How can we actually get above the ground any longer? Because, yeah, we shall see about that. Magical world of Jak and Daxter. I think they lost some of the magic in some of the later on series because they demystified it. Like if you do a world, you cannot demystify it at all. The Precursors is the big theme of the game. You know, there's these big Precursor creatures. And they did demystify those, unfortunately. Like I don't want to spoil anyone what they are, but like, it's very nasty. I think it took out the mystery from this thing. So now a common Crash Bandicoot level of escaping something, you know? You are going to be seeing this a lot of Crash Bandicoot games.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Oh no.
Jack, run! The Dark Eco is rising!
Dark Eco! The perspective is very nasty. I cannot really see too much of it. We are running from our lives. Run! Run, Jack, run! Don't loiter around! Some escaping happening here. Oh, no, 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 no! No, I cannot loiter around! Run! Yay! Very cool level because of this. What? Here we go. Finally could actually get that thing. Yeah, you're crazy, Serge, with doing that sort of 7-day a week. But it will. I recommend also live stream because afterwards, you know, with that, because it will get the watch time big, and then you get your channel. It really helps with that. Yeah. Let's go downwards now, out of this sea place. And why are we going downwards? Well, it's gonna help us, I tell you. Oh boy! I'll check rest of the replay. Hey, are you going to leave? Oh, no worries, no worries. No worries, I think I'm going to be also ending very much soon on this pod. We're going to be still having one boss, and then I think that's it. But let you know with a good note, almost 2 hours amazing gameplay. After stream, let me know how you feel on the video. I don't rush, it's any more than you like. Have a great day. Thanks for being here, Serge, I appreciate it. You're doing very well. Keep it up, man. And Jak and Daxter, we're gonna be... I think I'm actually going to be saying goodbye for here at Sim. Because the thing is, I do recommend to experience this game yourself. It's in PlayStation to around $10. All of the Jak games. It's quite good. It's quite a good one, I tell you. It's quite good. You should experience it. You should take it. You should have it. Go and take it. So last victory dance! Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Hopefully you're enjoying so far. I've enjoyed this stream. Oh, we actually still have 5 viewers. I think I'm going to be still going to the final boss on this area if I have everything ongoing. Yes. Let's do it, friends and family. Yes. Let's do it. Yeah, usually filming on this place is very nasty, but gladly this spot is a safe one, because we can have the shark, and the shark is very dangerous, I'm telling you. Bye, Serge! It was a pleasure having you here. Have a great day, Serge. Got FB on... your name is hard to say. Let me actually say it now properly. Got FB, G, G, and B, FB, HG. Well, that's a hard one if I say. But still, very, very good, very, very good. Now, let's pay some things to get one of the last power stones, and I think I'm able to get to the next boss. I think I'm able to. Let me just pay the next price. Here we go.
For your sacrifice, I offer you a power cell.
What are your thoughts on the, people that have not played Jak game and are watching, if there's people like that in here? What are your thoughts on the current progress and the current game? Does it look nice? I think it is a pretty nice game, I tell you. I would recommend it to anybody here. It's a quite pleasurable experience. Of course, games of old times, they were very different from the games of now times, I tell you.
Oh, no, not another hero. I love
Not like this guy.
This so-called hero's big fight against the monster up there.
Trust me, the smart money's on the monster. That wager pretty much
Yeah, the bosses in this
me
game
out.
are wonderful.
So, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet online. My big comeback. Beat the record time race, see Dead Man's Gorge in the Precursor
I'm not going to go to the time race thing, but it will be lovely. It will be lovely. It's a very lovely time race challenge, actually. But yeah, I'm just going to pay him some cells.
Whoa, yeah! These orbs will help me win my way back out of this barrel.
Goddamn nerd. Go back to your cave where you came from. I'm not, of course, saying to you, but I'm saying to that person who just gave us a power cell. I like the bosses in this game are very lovely. They're not that hard, but that's not what they are supposed to be. Usually you have to pay like a sum to get on the other side. We're actually not going to pay anyone anything. We're going to be doing whee! Yeah, this is what the Great Master does. I like the stream. Hey, thank you very much. We're going to be still doing the boss. Hopefully you're still going to pay on here. If we can do it, hopefully. Let's see. How many power cells we need?
You don't have enough power cells to power the Blue Sage's machine. We can't lift that boulder until you collect 45 power cells.
45, we still wait 5. Man, I mean, it's still in 5. Okay, let's go to this area then and do that. Indeed. There's going to be 5 on one of the nastiest levels in the game. Oh no, don't eat me. Yeah, the stream has been very lovely indeed. I appreciate God FB. We are doing daily streams. Would be lovely to see you one other time, perhaps in future as well. Yay! Oh yeah. Yeah, 45. Quite a lot of one actually, but I think I still appreciate it. I want to quickly find 5 ones. I'm gonna be quick. As soon as possible. Go there. Here we go. Do it like this. I hate this level quite a lot because it's the mood of it. It's not a bad level per se, but the mood of this level is quite
You can shoot fireballs when you're powered up with yellow eco.
Let's go to this position. Let's shoot those creatures. Here we go. This yellow eco power is very lovely, but not often used, unfortunately. Here we go. Actually, it's much more used than red eco, but I think the echo when it comes to blue is much more utilized in this game. Indeed. Nasty Bug is one, but I hate this person. Here we go. Die, you little creature. I need to still go back if I want to get all of the power cells quickly. Hey, PBSA, from what I saw this, it looks like a lot of Crash Bandicoot. Yes, it is like Crash Bandicoot. Hello there, PBSA. I didn't notice you there before. Good to see you. How are you doing? We are doing some Jak and Daxter, I mean. They are makers of Crash Bandicoot. Have made this game, indeed. So that's why it might be similar looking, and I tell you for a very good reason. Hi sir, says good FP indeed. Welcome to the stream. We are currently looking at Jak and Daxter, one of the lovely games that you can actually get right now if you want to, for PlayStation. I do have to shield on this because I tell you, it's a good game. I think many of the people here would love playing this. Here we go. Nasty little creatures, very, I don't know, is it a difficult area, but a very nasty area, I tell you. As you can see, very Crash Bandicoot-like. Here we go. Let's destroy all the enemies. All the enemies. It's Naughty Dog's game, so of course it's creators of that. Yeah, indeed. Whee! Oh, but this is gonna be hard one. Yeah, a lot of trophies we are getting, I tell you. Of course, that's no problem. Here we go. You know, Naughty Dog made this game. This was before all of The Last of Us and those sort of stuff. This was what they made before. Platformer games, indeed. Those were... Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Let's get back to action. I need to get the power cells in order to get to the final boss over here. Yellow echoes. The yellow echo system and the echoes are in this game actually very lovely done. And the Naughty Dog did know how to do their Crash games, yeah. I tell you, they did know how to do their stuff. let's first explode that, and then we're going to use the blue powers to take all that on our side. Indeed, I have to be more careful. I'm dying in here, and it's not good to die in here. I might actually need to go back. I think I need to go back. Actually, let me kill myself. Here we go. I think there's still some stuff in here. Here we on that side. Yeah, that I forgot almost there. I cannot leave anything behind. Die, you little rascals! Little rats! You pay for that! Many rats! The infestation, they have to be cleared! Here we go, finally. I tell you. Good afternoon, Tom Timothy, welcome to the stream. We are currently playing some Jak and Daxter, looking at what's good and bad about it. We have played from the very beginning. And we are going to the second boss very soon. We have been playing for around 2 hours now. A pleasure is all mine to see. Are you familiar with the Jak and Daxter series? If you're familiar with it, I hope, because you know it's some good stuff. Indeed, some good stuff over here. How many do we have? Okay, so we have still 3 ones to go. I think should be easy enough. Yes, indeed. Let's just go forward and get all of the stuff in here. Oh god. Need to be careful here. Based on the Crash Bandicoot, also there's a fireball from Super Mario. Yeah, kind of I know all of the inspiration. There's so many sources for it. Yes, many sources for it. I can tell it. I can tell. I have many good memories playing these when I was younger. I'm actually doing very badly. I should be playing a bit better. Many good memories playing this because, you know, I remember my cousin and we just played a hell of a lot of this game. And it's actually a lovely game if you want to just, you know, have some good time to one-off one time and, you know, do that. It's actually a very good one for that. Oh, nice. A health potion. I've heard of it, never played of. Oh man, you need to play this game. It's quite a good. It's very good one. As you can see, it's a no microtransaction whatsoever. Great adventure in the land of Jak and Daxter, the universe that they made. Here we go. We are doing a good stuff on that, getting rid of the balloon. Who are you fighting? These creatures are called... so we try to change this sidekick we have back, called what's the name? Daxter, yes, he's Daxter. And we're fighting these lurker creatures. We are in the swamp area, one of the nastiest level in the game. Because the atmosphere is very nasty, I tell you. I personally don't like atmospheres like that. But, you know, it's a good level. I have nothing against the level itself. Let me shoot you guys. As you can see, all of those are lurkers. There are many types of lurkers in this game. Flying ones and not flying ones. And there are many types of lurkers indeed. As you can see, we have many eggs from this area. Many little eggs. Here we go. A lot of little stuff over here. They look pretty cool. Yeah, they're interesting. They have this sort of like a facial thing that, you know, kind of makes them stand out. Yes, indeed. Very interesting little creatures. Oh, I noticed. I still need one of those. Have you played platformer games? Many. Are you familiar? There's actually 3 games of this series. This is the first one. I think one of the best ones, I tell you, when it comes to collecting all of these platformer thingies. Yeah, very good one indeed. Actually explode those if I can. Here we go. Makes life easier. Here we go and fight all. Oh no, we have a fight going on. Designs are very unique. This game has lovely designs, I tell you. Oh, we are being ambushed. We have just 1 HP. Hopefully we're able to do fine. The world is unique. Unfortunately, Naughty Dog is not playing this anymore. I mean, making this game anymore. It's very nasty stuff. We are being ambushed, like in the same style of the early moments, yes. No, we died! Oh no, oh no. Actually, the blue echo one is kind of not useful to take, and I just lost an HP. That's very good. So let's go. Here we go. Fight on! Again, we're going to be looking at the circle. Scared little animals! Yes, the rats and such. They are ruled by this evil Gaul and Maya, who is like trying to conquer the world, and we are going to be trying to stop them. Oh no! Very short, small place! Small place! Oh! Look at that! Look at that! Almost, almost. Scary little animals. Indeed, but how are you doing, Tom Timothy? Welcome to the stream. It's a pleasure to have you. Also, PBSA from Portugal. Serge, unfortunately, left just a moment ago, but it's a pleasure to have you here. It's a pleasure to have you. Adventure continues in the land of Jak and Daxter. Okay, so I need to be tactical. I think I'm going to be in the corner. Ow! Man! Too many of them! The rats are nasty. Oh, we did it, guys. Good stuff. Yay! Hooray! Alright, still 1 power and we can leave this nasty place forever. I tell you, I want to do that. I want to do that right away. I'm actually going to be... let me see. I'm going to be going up here a little bit. Oh, there's the last power cell we still need. Flat! Help us in our adventure! Unfortunately, this is a bird creature. It might, might be familiar. There's this sort of like a thing in, I think, Crash Bandicoot games. There's this sort of like a creature you can ride like this, I think, if I remember right, yes. It's like the flat we are currently riding. Very cute little creature. As you remember, in the early of the stream, we actually saved this. We actually helped this creature out, so that's why it's helping us right now. Yay! Here we go.
Good work. Aren't you guys happy you saved our little flat friend? She may come in handy again sometime. I'll go back to the transpad, and I'll bring...
Okay. That's a good timing. But hey, we're gonna be leaving this swamp now as we have 45. Let's go right away. Here we go. Let's go and leave this godforsaken place. Yeah, I'm not going to collect anything. I'm just going to go to the end as soon as possible. Because we have everything we need. I hate this level, to be honest. I personally am not the biggest fan. As you can see, lurkers are everywhere. These nasty creatures that make your life miserable. Always. All places. That's what they are. That's where they are. And there's a little mission in there, but I don't want to do that right now. I'm actually going to leave this godforsaken place as soon as possible. Here we go. Oh, did you get that? Unfortunate. I wonder why they had this sort of like a beginning, like a raft over here. I suppose they should have had another location in their plan, but they didn't do it ever. I wish they would have. But it'd be interesting. Sneak attack, 50% plus damage. Gladly. Unfortunately, we don't have really like RPG things on this. It was still time that games didn't have that too much RPG things, like even a game that is not RPG has, like Fortnite. Indeed. But we have a red echo, which does extra damage, of course. Of course. Let's leave this place. Let me still take that one. Because it's an easy power cell if we ever need them. But I don't really like this place, I tell you. I hope you agree with me, because goddamn, it's a nasty place. Here we go. Yay! 46 little pieces of metal. You have 100 in the game, if I remember right. Yeah, we have missed quite a lot of ones actually in the game.
Shoot those rat nests to stop the rats from coming out.
Yeah, Daxter helps with everything, even though I know all of this stuff. Yeah. Now we are back, finally, back here in action. Let's go to the boss. Finish the boss. Are you with me? Are you with me? Epic boss battle time is upon us. Epic boss battle. We are going to go now and do the justice. Let's do it!
Wait, you have the cells for the machine. They ought to provide enough power to lift that boulder. There we go. Now be careful facing that monster lurker at the top.
Wait!
So we're going to be going and fighting against the local captain.
I think you're ready to handle that monster without me.
Oh, really heroic of you.
Oh boy, oh boy. So hopefully we're able to do this one time, but I think the bosses are pretty easy. The first one we're able to do very nicely. There's actually this very known glitch that you can use. That you can actually, before the rock is down, you can actually get it like get up on here without having the rock like moving and gathering all the orbs. It's actually pretty sneaky stuff. And there's some stuff, you know, showing that you can actually do that. We should have. I don't personally know how to do it, but you can actually do it, and you can skip a lot of it from the game. Indeed, indeed. Now the fight begins. Epic fight of our time. A lot of lava in here. Classic level style. I forgot. I thought the bridge already could come here. My mistake. I knew this was too much, but I was too impatient. 1, 2, 3. God damn! This is an easy boss. Why I'm doing this? Okay, I'm not going to lose any more. I tell you. I'm ready. All right, here we go. 1, 2. Here we go. Useful for speedruns, indeed. That's why speedruns do it. Man, I cannot lose for this goddamn boss. Die, you little creature. Man, I have to be careful not to lose everything. Fight goes on! Jak fella, try to be a little bit better this time. Very nasty indeed. Let's destroy him together! For the Sandover Village! Very Crash Bandicoot-ish type of bosses, as you can see. Still 1 health left. I think he has. We need to be careful. Final. Yeah, something happened right there. Oh my, something happened. Something happened. Sorry about that. I think I lost because I needed to want to show that, you know, of course we're going to win together. That's the thing. But we had some kind of problem with the connection. Hopefully you didn't mind. I don't know why is it... this is the second time this stream. I don't know why is it doing it. But gladly we are back. Let me know when we're back. Then we can start going back to the adventure. Indeed. Indeed, our adventure is back on the track. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Alright, I think we are back. Alright, let's go. Move! Now we're gonna go. This no damage run. No damage whatsoever. Unfortunately, we have some connection issues. Gladly we are now back in action. Yeah, it's a kind of like a final boss's biggest skill, of course. He knows what he's doing. A nasty little creature. Oh no, Celeste, please. I didn't really pick those. Sorry about that. No damage run. Oh yeah, we're doing this, guys. Yeah, that was not really. I didn't want to do this, but for some reason did it. Unfortunately. All right, shoot the creature! Shoot the creature! Shoot him! Shoot him down! Nasty little creature. Actually, what originally I found Jak and Daxter game because of my friend when I was younger. It's a I don't know how many of you have actually played it when you were younger. I personally recommend if you haven't, you should. Okay, that's for a no damage run, I tell you. I didn't focus too much. Oh. Wait. The final ability! Final countdown! Here we go! Oh, we did it! Ah, no need to run backwards. Good. We did it, guys! Yay! Duke Lord is the trophy of today. Oh yeah.
Great work. The people of Rock Village.
Oh. I just died after that. Like, oh boy, oh boy. How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Are you still watching this whole thing? I think, 3 hours of looking at why Jak and Daxter is good. We can actually do a little summarization in here in the end, once we have now finished. As you saw, you got a taste of the game. I'm not going to spoil all of the thing, because I do remember, I do recommend you actually checking out yourself. There's some good stuff in here, as you can see. The world is huge, it's open world, no loading screens, it's very good. Also, achievement unlock 1 HP hero. Ah. Celeste is hard. I finished the game, but I need the assistance mode activated mainly because I'm not good at platformers. Platformers are hard, I tell you, I'm really bad at them as well. But I tell you, I'm not going to... What is going to be beyond the forest? Beyond the lava tube? Is Daxter going to be saved by Jak? What is Gol and Maya up to? How are we able to win the whole thing? Well, we're gonna receive that possibly in the next episode of eluukkanen Nostalgic Look of Games. And I do want to recommend, if you have even slightest interest of getting this game, purchase it, go and take it for yourself right now. Go and take it. Jak demand. Go. Take it. It's actually pretty cheap as well. And it is, if you haven't played it, it's one of those good platformers you should play. It's a classic one. It's made by very, actually... a decent company and such, I recommend to actually take it. Anyways, Jak and Daxter continuing their adventure after the lava tube. What is going to be there? Who knows? But I tell you, one of the good things about this game, open world, no loading screens, the level design is lovely, If you're on PlayStation 4, that's nasty because it's only in PlayStation. There's an emulator way as well, but I suppose emulators are not as good as real ones. But I tell you, lovely collectathon, lovely little designs as we were mentioned in the past, and such very, very good game. I recommend wholeheartedly, 10 out of 10 from me. Of course, you know, I wish it would be a little bit harder. That's my only little criticism, but you know, a game intended for like children to play, I suppose. It has to be. It has to be, indeed. Anyways, whoever you are, I wish you a good day. We're going to be continuing from this point tomorrow, hopefully. See you then. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I always love this animation of Jack crouching. Is like, you know, Daxter is kind of like riding as, you know, like with a camel or something. You know, it's very lovely. Anyways, wherever you are, I wish you a good day. See you later.